Hey, Denise.
Good morning, Polly, and mahalo.
Mahalo back at you. Oh, wow. We're speaking our Hawaiian already.
Yes,
This
we
I
are.
I feel like it's deja vu all over again. Do you?
Just crazy excited that we're
Me
doing this again.
me too. So I'll explain to the folks that are watching. We have another tour that we started, the Grounded Hawaii, the wellness concept, and it sold out immediately. And we
Awesome.
decided to just leave Denise in Hawaii. And I'm
Woo-hoo.
flying back to Nebraska. Exactly. I'm flying back to Nebraska to pick up another group, and we'll start our trip again on February 12th through the 17th, 5 nights in stunning Kauai. Denise, tell me a little bit about yourself. This front page, I want people to read the letter from you, but tell me a
Mhm.
little bit about yourself and kind of how you got involved with Grounded, the concept.
Well, I grew up a farm girl, so I love being outside and I love being in nature. I'm a Midwestern by heart. I'm from a farm in Kansas and found myself in San Antonio, Texas. And that's how Polly and I are related. I married her cousin. And so I came to South Texas to go to graduate school and have just stayed. But I still have always loved being outside. And my career as a therapist began, and I worked in hospice and I've worked in long-term care and just kind of always working with people at end of life and looking at what was important to people. And so one of the things that I realized is that a lot of people, kind of as we age, we kind of get stuck in patterns and we get stuck in bad situations. And so my thought is I've always wanted people to have peace at the end of their lives. And so, what better time to start than kind of like the mid or latter mid part of our lives to make changes? And when this opportunity came up to work with you and a lot of the people that are interested in traveling, it was just like, I mean, a godsend. I get chills thinking about it. I'm really excited about being in a beautiful location where we can relax and enjoy and be rejuvenated and yet kind of look at issues and learn ways to make changes so our life will be better, so we'll be happier and have more joy.
I think we found in just kind of we started developing this in January, and it came very naturally to us because we're both generally caregivers and we love to be
Yes.
with people and help people. You do it for a living, and I just wanted to do this concept to help people that are like me, really. I'm 58, and you've been so helpful in my life, and I knew that you were the right choice. So we're going to Kauai, and we decided just kind of to unpack our bags and stay in one location, and that was more conducive to healing and feeling good than kind of moving around and touring around.
Sure.
So this is some pictures from our last Hawaii tour. Ladies are having a great time. I think in the last video
Wow.
that we did for the first tour, and people are welcome to watch that. It just has different dates, really. But I think I called this a karst, which is not what it is. It's a cairn, I think, or I think I still don't know
That's
what
a
it is.
terrier.
A cairn is a terrier type of
Right,
dog.
yeah,
Oh well.
we'll
See
know
the
what they're called by the time we get there.
We will. We'll build a stack of rocks too if we want to, but that looks like
Exactly.
ladies having a lot of fun. And we are going to have fun on this tour. It's not all therapy and work on ourselves. We polled our audience,
Mhm.
basically our women of the Midwest, and they said that they would like a half a day of healing and wellness and a half a day of having fun. So that's what
Yeah,
we're going to do. We're going to do the
sounds
wellness part in the morning and the touring part in the afternoon.
perfect.
Let's look at this itinerary a little bit, and it really kind of says that. So you're planning on, we're all going to have breakfast together, and then what is it going to look like, just the days in general, not the specific programs each day, but what is it going to look
Sure.
like each morning, Denise?
I think the morning, I've always told all of my clients that I do therapy with that the morning is our time to set our intention for the day, to kind of set the attitudes and the feelings and the plan of how we want our day to go. Now, we're not in control of everything, but if we have a good mindset when we start our day, anything we come up against the rest of the day, excuse me, is going to be easier to handle. And so, what I want to help people understand is that when we do things in the morning, whether it's just listening to music or relaxing or stretching or, you know, doing a little movement, not anything crazy because I'm a pretzel. I don't bend and I'm not a yoga a practitioner, but I think
Right.
that just feeling good, making sure we feel good at the beginning of the day is really important to set that intention. So we'll be going over different techniques that have worked for other people that I know. And, I never try to get anybody to buy into any specific thing. I make suggestions and we figure out what works for them.
That's great. I think it's going to be really fun to do the wellness in the morning and feel good. And then we'll take a little break. And then our tours will start in the afternoon. We are going to Waimea Canyon. We're doing a train trip. We're doing a float trip, but nobody
Yeah.
be scared of the float trip because I made sure that I can get my 58-year-old body in one of those tubes. It's a gentle tubing trip. It's going to be so much fun. And then we end our trip by going to a wonderful dinner before our departure. And it's a late evening departure, so we can get the most out of our trip. So when we first started talking about grounded, I think I have 20 pages of notes. I'm sure you have more. But we wanted to make sure that this was not uh, based in kind of woo-woo Easterny religion stuff, because that's kind of not where the women of the Midwest, where their mindset is. We wanted to, and that's not where you and I lie either. We wanted to make sure that this concept of grounded was not ethereal and strange, but it's very rooted. I think is a better word or a good word to describe
Sure.
grounded, but grounded in love, grounded in self-care, grounded in wellness, grounded in goodness, and grounded in joyfulness is kind of what we came up with. And
Yes.
to find purpose in where you are right now, even if this isn't where you want to be. And I think, honestly, to be personal for a moment, that is what you've taught me the most in
Yes.
my personal life. So talk about kind of what this general concept is and what tools you're going to teach us to learn these things.
Right. Yeah. So many times we're reactive to situations in life and we spend all our time just reacting to things instead of being grounded in who we want to be. We have been caregivers, we've been mothers, we've been spouses, we've been, workers, and, sometimes we lose who we are. And so being grounded to me means I have the concept of a tree and kind of Mother Earth that are, as if we're all trees, we want to have deep roots. We want to, really um, be steady. And that is like trying to figure out who we want to be, what is our identity outside of being something for everyone else. And,
Right.
yeah, so it's, just being strong. My favorite saying is peace is not a place. We want to be peaceful within us so that no matter the chaos around us, we can stay grounded.
Yeah, I love that. And we talked about too, giving yourself the attention that you might normally give to someone else. And I
Yes.
think that's where women our age really struggle, is we're just
Yes.
not taking care of ourselves. And
Exactly.
everybody I know, literally, Denise, and I think that this is why this tour filled so fast. Nobody I know is taking extreme care of their bodies,
Yes.
minds, and souls and feelings and
Yes.
anything. So I'm
Exactly.
so glad that we're going to be able to give some tools
Yeah.
to help this.
Yeah. And give
Meanwhile,
them, and also probably give everybody permission to do that. I think so many people feel guilty. So we're going to give
yes,
everybody full permission to just take care of themselves this whole trip.
that sounds great. And that leads us right into this beautiful slide that I made with these beautiful plants. That's the picture of the pool at our beachside hotel, the Kauai
Awesome.
Shores Hotel, which is I can't wait to get there. It is so highly rated and it's so beautiful. And frankly, I can't believe we got it in the budget, because it's I'll talk about the budget in a minute, but look at this delicious food. And we talked about
Yes.
including all of the senses. Denise, talk about that just for a second.
Right. So that's another way of being grounded, is looking at things that we can, when we're having a tough time, one of the techniques is to the five senses, find things you can touch, find things you can smell, find things you can see, find things you can hear, find things you can taste. When we connect with our senses, we can bring ourselves back and be less reactive to what's going on, and again, be more grounded. So really, experiencing the full gamut of senses in Hawaii is going to be a really great way to help us
I
find
think,
being grounded. Yeah.
yeah, and I think it's the perfect location. It's one of the most beautiful places on earth, Kauai specifically. So let me talk real quick about what this includes. It includes your airfare, 5 nights in ocean view accommodation, 5 breakfasts, 3 dinners, 4 afternoon tours. We do have an afternoon off, Denise, and they're going to be able to get private time with you.
Mhm.
I did want to make sure to include that. They're going to be
Yes.
able to sign up. We haven't figured out the exact details, but for a session privately with you, and maybe more
Yes.
than one. We need to see what time allows, but they'll be able to do that during their afternoon off, or in another time. We can talk
Yes.
about that more in detail later. But individual sessions with the professional program leader, which is you, porterage, which is your luggage. You're going to have me along as well. I'm going to be on the first several grounded tours, since I am part of the development team and want to see it through to the end. We'll have your travel documents, and your gratuities to the guides and drivers will be included as well. All you have to pay for is travel insurance if you want it, and I highly recommend it for 100 reasons. You can ask me that on the side. And your airline baggage fees, any personal expenses, of course,
Mhm.
and anything not mentioned in the inclusions. So we've got phenomenal air for this trip as well. We had great air for the first trip, and we've got great air for this. We leave
Awesome.
Omaha at 9:15. We only have a 2-hour layover. We grab some quick food and arrive locally at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll come straight to our hotel and then do our welcome dinner at about 6:30. So it'll be a quick day. Then on the 17th, we're waiting until 8:20 p.m. to leave, and then we'll do a red eye, arrive February 18th. And then if they want air from anywhere else, Denise,
Mhm.
they can have air from anywhere in the United States.
Awesome.
And we can accommodate them for that. But a deposit is due immediately upon booking, and then the balance is due October 8th, which is coming up pretty quick. And then we'll do travel documents 3 weeks prior. You
Mhm.
can
Awesome.
call or email. You can 888-549-1186. You can get our office, Beth or Angela will take care of your reservations, or you can just email group department at executivetravel.com. You can also go to womenofthemidwest.com, the journeys tab, and you can watch both the videos for the different dates, and you can book directly there. So Denise, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I can't
Yeah.
believe we get to do this again. What
I
kind?
know.
I know it's wonderful that this is working the way that we dreamed that it would,
Yes.
and that we're going to be able to help so many people. This trip is limited to 14 ladies, because we're going to give so much individual attention and individual therapy and individual everything. So give us some closing words, Denise, about why this is so special to you and how you feel about helping these ladies.
Well, again, I think it's just really important that we learn tools to get through tough times. And no one is excluded in this life from tough times. And, we're so blessed. All these ladies are so blessed to be able to have resources to go on trips like this. But maybe they don't have the support, or the people around them to give them what they need in the emotional arena. So this is a great way for them to learn, what to do to get started on feeling better about their worlds that they have to go back to. And I know that if they implement the things that we will be working on, that their lives will be forever changed by this tour.
I do too. Thank you so much, Denise. I
Sure,
appreciate your time today. And
of course.
I won't see you for a few days. You're off to Europe to see your sweet daughter
Woo-hoo.
tomorrow. So have a wonderful time and thanks
Thank
for making
you.
time for us today.
Of
All
course,
right.
always. All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.